What's going on, guys? It's Unfairly back here with some more Marathon PvP content. Today we're going to be getting back into trios. We're going to be playing with some full squads, some partial squads, and then some of my new IRL friends, and we'll kind of be showing you how, once again, you can kind of take it onto yourself as a solo to go above and beyond and make these plays that will ultimately turn the tide of the fight and kind of take the pressure off of your teammates when, you know, it might not be the full squad, or they may be a little bit newer to the game, or they just may not have been in kind of intense combat scenarios. So we're going to get right into it as usual. As always, come join us in the Marathon Masterclass. We have over 300 members. Great community. We're always chatting, asking questions, sharing our wins and our clips. And as always, you can always request clip review, coaching, anything like that. I'm always in there chatting with people. So let's get right into it, guys. So here you can see that we're in a trio on Dire Marsh. I'm playing with one of my IRLs. One of our teammates went down to this team here. Immediately, you're going to see that I'm ducking over to the cover once I get cracked, knowing that there's more than one person. But we're going to cautiously re-peek and take the one kill, confirm it, just so he's not tagging any of my teammates. You can see that I know where he's going to be running to, so I'm moving over to the left here to kind of counter and catch him, which we do. Again, we're not going to run towards him and go grab the loot or finish him, just knowing that there's another person left. We're going to kind of stay and hug this corner for a little bit to let the situation develop.
Yep.
We're going to finish him off so he can't get any more tags or information spreading to his teammates. And the other one ends up revealing himself. I'm going to jump in and help my teammate. So right now, that's all three dead. So you can see we're kind of planning out how to loot, maybe get our other teammate up who died before this fight.
Still shooting out stuff.
And so as we've talked about, you have to be very sure that when you're looting and you finish a fight that the situation's secure. You just made a lot of noise, a lot of other people heard about it.
This fucking AR sucks, bro. Forehead shot. Guy. Yep.
Perfect. So we don't panic and run straight towards him. We kind of step back for just a second, pause, evaluate the situation, understand that there's a full another team coming, at least one or two. It could be a partial team, but now we're the last person left here. So we kind of have to change gears and match the flow of the game, as we've always talked about. So I'm going to make this sort of aggressive play and just see if I can get a single pick off the rip, just so it'll make it an easier clutch for me. I can start telling the way that he's hitting me through the smoke that he has some sort of thermal sight. So I'm going to make the executive decision to not only disengage, but change layers and get to a safe place where I can heal up and make the decision that allows me to continue the fight. And potentially also win the engagement overall. So again, we're sitting here, we're listening, we're healing. I'm going to go ahead and do the smart thing. I know that they're overhead, kind of peeking out because I can hear their footsteps. So I'm going to slow walk while invisible. I'm not triggering the AIs. And then once I feel like I'm enough distance away that they can't hear my footsteps, I start to run. I start to make haste and use my time effectively. So as we've shown in so many videos, I'm going to take a huge kind of flank. So they're still looking towards the last place that I was present, which is an understandable thing to do. But when you go above and beyond and make these solo plays and put in the effort, calm down and make decisions correctly, you're going to put yourself in positions just like this. We're going to evaluate the situation, not running in, not making sound, trigger discipline, not letting them know that I'm there until I know I can get a full quick kill. Very disciplined, just taking in all the information, keeping my crosshair where I think they will potentially peek. So you can see I have a very quick, just kind of flick over to that shot. A quick little quick scope. So there, I get the quick scope, and I know that one's down, one is half health. So I think in my head that I have a statistically good chance of pushing and capitalizing on that damage. So when I jump down, I do commit here. I see that it's not the same person that I cracked. So as we've always talked about, when you're in a situation where you're this close and you're going at least on a 1v2, you're never statistically going to win this fight. And so it is always, always, always in your best interest to disengage. As you can see here, I kind of get stuck on that pipe. immediately running away. And if you're listening to the sound, you can hear their footsteps coming at me very, very fast. So they are disregarding the damage that they took, and they are kind of falling into that bait mindset of, okay, we have 2 people, he only has 1, let's push him. But you can never underestimate the skill, the poise, or the patience of the lone wolf. So as you can see here, we moved around again, another soft flank. We're never in the same place that we last appeared. We're never re-peeking the same place twice, so they can't get a free shot. And you can see how confusing that is to them. You can see them up on the top of the roof looking around, not knowing where anything is. And so now, like we said, you have to listen, and you can hear that little hiss of the self-revive. And we're going to put him down. That can be terribly tragic if you allow that to go on and they end up getting away and healing and coming back. They can do the same thing to you that I just did to them. So here we switch gears kind of to Dire Marsh. This is a point where we're actually looking to extract. So as my teammates call it in, I'm going to do the solid, and you should have someone on every team who does this, who has the thought to do this. Get up to height and look around for your teammates. Just someone be a scout. Not everyone's eyes need to be down on the ground. There needs to be someone that's always looking out while your teammates are looting, or if you're extracting, or if they're doing something. Immediately get into cover, but not panicking that we got shot and jumping down off the advantageous position. I understand where my hitbox is covered here, and I'm going to remain in the advantageous position and heal and re-engage them here. And so now my teammates are aware as I'm calming out to them, so they're going to move accordingly. But if I was never on this height position, my teammates and I would have never known that these people are coming, and this could have been the end of our run right here. Like we said, huge visual and audio cues for things like supply drops, extracts. You should always expect when you're doing something like that, or even like a boss fight, you should always expect that people are going to be coming towards you. You need to expect it. So that way, even if there isn't someone coming, you're still prepared. You're almost pleasantly surprised. You're assuming the worst. So here, we are on a different match, but same map. So Dire Marsh, we're chasing someone down here, and it's a full squad. We've chased them from complex to here. They've gone through bio research from the first building over to the second building, and we've lost sight of them. But me kind of trailing ahead of my team to cut off their exit point while my other 2 teammates are watching and kind of chasing them from behind on the outside. We have all the positions secured. We know that they didn't leave and that they're still in there. So what we're going to do is, again, we're not going to run straight in and get entangled in the innards of the POI or the fight. We're going to surround the fight and get as much information as we can before we make the commitment to getting into the fight. So you can see we take it very slow. We're listening for footsteps, reloading, healing. We're looking in whatever windows are open to see if we can catch a silhouette or somebody running past it or peeking. You can see where my teammates are. We're essentially surrounding them. I've made the decision as a solo to go ahead a little bit further to ensure that they did not get out or ahead of us. And now we have them fully surrounded. With a little bit of commotion and shooting, I'm going to take this opportunity to go up the ladder so the sounds of the ladder climb are masked. And you can see that we're just going to start to get to work here. Alright, and so that's 2 down. Again, we're healing. We're not going for the bodies immediately. We're listening. And because we're listening, we hear the footsteps of them coming below. And you can see, even though we don't know where he is, we're checking corners, but look at this crosshair placement. It's already, my crosshair is already dragging to where I think a potential head or chest could be. And that's how I catch the last shot on him before he runs around that corner. So here we're back on Dire Marsh. You'll have to excuse the missed snipes. Look at this. We get 2 down. We're not greeting. We're instantly going to cover. We're getting our heals. Soft resetting the situation. So I know that we have 2 down. I'm going to try to chuck a few grenades up there to maybe prevent any sort of self-reses or hit the last one. While my teammates are catching up, they're going to kind of go straight towards the fight. I, as a solo and as the first person there, I'm going to go around to the back. Again, another soft flank. These are things you need to be doing. I say it repetitively because I do it repetitively, and I extract and kill people repetitively because of that. So you guys need to be doing this. And look, I'm behind them. They have no idea. And you can even see they self-revived as well. So they had the full squad up, but because of that surprise and that positioning, I'm able to come to the easiest 1v3 like of my life. I don't even think I took a shot. But those positioning and those rotates and making those decisions as a solo player, saying, what can I do right now instead of standing here and aiming that will help my team or help my teammates do their jobs better? You need to always be thinking about things like that. So here we're back on perimeter. We're going towards an exfil that's been activated. Like we said, always assume people are coming towards you because you're making all this sound and light, and these people were, so we push them. So we're going to take out one. Our teammate trades. Again, looking, what can I do to make this easier for my teammates? I'm not going to stand over with my teammates and just kind of do a traditional head-to-head battle where we're just exchanging shots from 100 meters away. No, I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty knowing that I have one down. I'm crouching around. His down teammate isn't even looking at me and is not even pinging me. You can see how his teammates don't even know where I am. So now we have one down, one injured. I'm not going to jump up. I'm going to actually fall. But I actually ended up making the better decision. Again, another soft flank. Whether it's a big flank or a small flank, look how off guard these people are caught. So now we have 2 dead, and we're looking for the last one. And because I flanked, it put me in an inadvertent height position where I got an instant snapshot of the situation, and I could tell that the person I originally killed was revived, and the person who revived him is right there. I didn't have to go back on the ground floor and kind of find that out by surprise. The fact that I made a good play put me in a position to make an even better play on the next person. Like we always talking about, repositionings, height advantage. So you can see this is another height advantage. Our teammate goes in because we get a kill. He kind of rushes it. But look at what we're doing. Even though we're low health, we're taking the cover on the right. We're scooting and shooting. We're peeking and getting away. And you can see here that we end up taking all 3 down as a solo. That's impossible if you're overconfident in peeking over this kind of edge too hard. So we take him down here. We make a smoke. We're going to take a little bit of a heal, but I know that I don't have any heals, so we're going to need to keep up momentum. You can see whenever I'm not invisible here, look at me watching over my teammate while he does something. This is what you need to do as a good trio member. As a good all-around player, you add as a solo to your trio. So just having these things, not even saying them, just doing them, when your teammate's going to loot or finish a body, look how I stay up here and I watch around for him. And you see how it works out, because I'm able to, even though he puts himself in a bad position, so there's nothing you can do against the 2v1. But look at where I am. I'm up here invisible. They don't know where I am. I get first shots. And something else I want to really point out is that I'm always, as I'm shooting, being this low, I'm always cognizant of my health. As soon as I'm shooting, I'm not doing full clips. I'm not standing there and shooting them 200 to 0, 200 health to 0. I'm backing up, almost like Homer from The Simpsons into the bush in that meme. I'm backing up as I'm shooting, so they're left in with questions about where I am. And the more important thing I want to talk to you about is remembering where your hitbox is. I'm not standing on the edge here shooting down at them with my full body available to be shot by them. I am crouched towards the back where I'm kind of choosing how much I can see and subsequently choosing how much of my body is available for these 2 people to shoot. So you can see how far away I am. I'm kind of playing the angle. You can see how I scooch up just enough so I can see his whole body and get good shots on him. Meanwhile, if he looked back up at me, he can pretty much only see maybe the top of my head. This is something completely crucial to understand when you're playing, even not just on height, but even like around boxes, if they're on the same levels, just being cognizant of your hitbox and what the other enemy can see when you peek. Again, you see us recessing back into cover as we're shooting. We're not standing out there giving them a still static cover. Again, another recess. And we pop back out. It's kind of like a bunny hole. We pop out, shoot, go back in, reload, come back out, change positions, come back out. We're never re-peeking the same position or just standing in the same peak that we are, because people are smart. People are gonna just hard scope in, especially if they have a sniper. They're just gonna wait for you, hard scope right in on that corner, wait for you to come out and body tag you. And so the least thing you can do is just, maybe give it a couple seconds after you peek one place, go to a different place, and then peek there. I guarantee you'll catch them still peeking at the first person, or the first place that you were. So yeah, this is just another a bunch of trio clips that I had over this weekend's kind of play tests. Well, not play tests, but it's kind of my own play test. I was playing for at least 12 hours a day every day. So I'm definitely going to have more of these for you guys next week, and I think we're going to be probably switching it up to the solo kind of flow. But yeah, thank you guys again for all your support. It's always so meaningful, and I'm so appreciative for it. Come join us in the Marathon Masterclass Discord again. Huge community. Everybody's sharing their run progress, chatting, getting help, reviewing clips, getting coaching stuff. So yeah, connect with us there, or if you want to connect with me, have a question or anything, just give me a DM on Twitter. I'm Unfairly with 2 Y's, and I'm Unfairly in the Marathon Masterclass Discord, as well as the regular Discord. Thank you guys.